It's an outstanding vessel.
I hope that it serves you well. There is much to be done. My interests must be protected and my enemies destroyed. No cause of efforts to spies I prove with these powers of the councils must exist in every area. You will exhaust yourself in this charge. The information sent from the blood agent will be your man. We know as a spy must be sincerely. We know where this battle was discovered, where she trained, and the general system to which makes the game was spy on Valora. We could talk about that destroyed, but first we must secure my network by starting my spies on Valora and Ashtar.
Why not something with Google spies?
This experience was suspicious. Concerned for everyone's accusations. I must die. My contacts are Valora and Ashtar. Today we must be denied. Your tasks are exist. Bring cruelty. Bring rage. Bring death.
You know, I was a slave when I was a girl. Before I got free. Sort of full circle, I guess. Many people are born into slavery. Is that what happened to you? Near enough. My mother and sister and I were grabbed when I was little. I don't remember much of it. We worked at the mines on Ryloth. Then they separated us. I got sold to a Rhodian, then a hut. Then some sort of weird 3-eye thing. All of this while you were still a child? Yeah, I was 7 or 8 by the time I had 3 eyes. Anyway, I guess you moved around too much when this shit starts to feel like home. This is his home. And this is our strange community. Yeah, maybe. Watch out, I start starting with Mama.
Excellent. Your contact here is Lieutenant Malabar Quinn. I trust you'll find him most helpful.
I have no doubt, Master.
This is an important mission, and I only trust the finest. When we meet you in his offices at Celtic headquarters, we will speak again as soon as he has briefed you.
You think Havoc will start shaping into an actual squad soon?
I'll recruit more soldiers as soon as I find some Havoc-worthy candidates.
Makes sense. Once this unit starts growing, people's expectations of us, of you, are only gonna get bigger. That CO post could get real heavy, real quick.
Someone needs to run Havoc Squad.
Commanding a squad is no cakewalk. Nothing worse than having to choose between the success of the mission and the lives of your men. That said, a leader can't be soft on his troops. Coddling your men will only get them killed.
You get a point. I'll keep it in mind.
I'm sure you'll do fine. You've gotten us this far.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is General Garza. Do you copy?
I read you loud and clear, General.
I understand you've just landed on Taris. I've already contacted our local regimental commander, Colonel Gaff, to secure his support. Colonel Gaff doesn't know the specifics of your mission, only that he should assist you in every way possible. I'd like to keep it that way.
I'll keep quiet on the details, General.
That's for the best, Lieutenant. Taris is a dangerous and untamed wasteland. A Sith attack several centuries ago leveled every standing structure and virtually eradicated the local population. Where cities once rivaled Coruscant, only swamps and ruins remain. Reclaiming and rebuilding the planet has become an important symbolic goal for the Senate.
Can you give me any more intel on the area?
I see vague mention of infectious parasites. Apparently, Colonel Gaff works hard to withhold negative information about the reconstruction. That's all I have for you, Lieutenant. Report in when your operation is complete.
I'll contact you as soon as the job is done, General.
Aglausay unzaf pama ubilin. Usatida sin
Fara alaim, ja'al in ima, jahaban iten.
What I do with my power is my business, slave.
Jinasiwe ja'alaize nam nadize. Ustaupaim, I sijai in alam is frumadain habans. Gamlid ist franjan, kupainanan.
Have you already forgotten about our honorable combat?
Ni havashun isquis, kaijukai, wijans in haumanai. Ufal aleze rekejeja.
Ah, apprentice, you've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
Any idea where I should start?
In this case, the who is more important than the where. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He leads a cult of idiots. They won't stop me.
Of course not, but they still must be dealt with. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
I'm certain they will.
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
So, how about that war, huh, Captain? You think the Republic will stop hiding behind the Treaty of Coruscant and admit they want the Empire wiped out? It doesn't sit right negotiating with people who want every man, woman, and kid dead.
I'll kill the whole Empire myself if I have to.
You got guts, Captain. I hope you don't mind if I come along to take a few hits for you. I joined the Peace Brigade when I was 14. I know what a world looks like when the Empire's done with it.
The way Skavik talked, I thought you were fresh off the farm.
Me and Skavik weren't as close as he thought. The Brigade's a relief organization. Go into worlds abandoned by the Treaty of Coruscant, help people displaced by the Empire. I was a kid looking for an adventure. After 2 months, let's just say there are no kids in war zones.
I love Nar Shaddaa. This is the place you get everything you never knew you wanted. The only laws are the ones people make with bribes or blasters. It's good to be home again.
Nar Shaddaa is your homeworld?
I was born in space, but this has always felt like home. There's a Hutt here named Druga who has a prototype starship engine. We need it to find Nokdrayan's fortune. Druga and I made a deal. He'll trade the starship engine for that caged beast.
How can that slobbering creature be worth a ship engine?
It's the last male Shanjaru in the galaxy. The species is pretty much extinct. That makes it valuable. Druga's hosting a giant moving party on his pleasure barge. It stops periodically at different locations. Right now, it's on the promenade. I sent Druga several messages, but he never replied. You'll have to make contact the old-fashioned way.
I'll teach that Hutt a lesson in manners.
Rich people can afford to be rude, and Druga's as rich as they come. Before you go, one more thing. I know there's a price on your head from Rogan the Butcher over some business on Ord Mantell. Word on the HoloNet is, Rogan's personal bounty hunter is here on Nar Shaddaa. His name's Zank Helrot. Watch out for him.
Who told you about the price on my head?
I ran a background check on you before we left Coruscant. A girl can't be too careful. The sooner we finish our business with Druga, the sooner we can be someplace Zank Helrot isn't. Have fun at the party.
My lord, welcome to Balmorra. I hope you like bombed-to-pieces mudholes. Captain Rigel, Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps. When the Empire invades, we're the ones who seal the deal. Don't suppose you're aware of the situation here on Balmorra?
It's my understanding there's some kind of battle.
Yeah, if you could call a pile of bodies a battle. The Empire invaded Balmorra in the last war, but we've been spinning our wheels in the mud ever since. Resistance fighters think they can drive the Empire off Balmorra. We're here to prove them wrong.
How do you expect to succeed where the Imperial Army has failed?
We are the army too. Other soldiers just don't have the capability to handle our kind of specialized missions. The Balmorran government in exile, backed by Minister of Defense Vol Argen, is giving us fits, backing a strong faction of the Resistance. The Minister is safely off-planet, but if we break his allies here, we break him. We break him, we break the Resistance.
Why doesn't Imperial intelligence just have him assassinated?
Yeah, I get your thinking. Cut off the head and kill the body, except Resistance movements aren't organisms, exactly. If we took out Argen, it'd be big, but as long as his power base stands, some other idealist is bound to step in. That's why we need to take everything out. Do we have the privilege of your support?
I will hunt the Empire's enemies and I will break them.
We are most honored to have you, my lord. My second-in-command, Lieutenant Davril, is masterminding Phase 1 of what we like to call Operation Breaking Point. You'll find him in Sobrik. He's got plans to blow the Balmorran resistance sky high. I think you'll like them.
Welcome to the war, Sergeant. Get ready for the bumpy ride.
Sir, I apologize, sir. It was the best I could do.
If that's your best, you're useless to me. I can shoot you dead with a clear conscience. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Then focus, Jillins. Dismissed. I apologize for the delay, my lord. Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I'm to be your liaison here on Balmorra.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And to you, my lord. Lord Barris will brief you personally, but I'm to acquaint you with the climate here on Balmorra first.
By all means, go ahead.
Even though the Empire wrestled control of Balmorra from the Republic during the war, we were never able to completely eradicate them. There is a rather sizable resistance movement. No one wants to admit it, but it's clear that the Republic is backing it.
Maybe I'll have time to do something about that.
Something tells me your presence here will leave an indelible impression on the state of things. And I look forward to it. I have a secure line to Lord Barris. I'll patch him through immediately.
I see you have convened with my apprentice. Very good, Lieutenant. Leave us. Quinn owes his career to me, but we should keep the details of your mission between the two of us. We must act swiftly. Noman Karr's Padawan has directed the Jedi's suspicions to my undercover spy there on Balmorra. Do you recall this?
Of course. I remember everything.
Good. I'll get to the point. My spy is Commander Rylan of the Republic Resistance. He is the central contact for all my operatives in this sector. Unfortunately, Quinn is tracking an investigator that the Jedi have sent. That means we have to cover our tracks before you kill Rylon. Your first mandate is to destroy evidence that links Rylon to the sabotaging of Balmorra's defense systems during the war. To do so, you must break into the satellite control tower. Quinn reports that the tower is a death trap of mechanical security.
Are there any special requirements?
Quinn has everything you'll need. I'll summon him back. Remember, he is not to know the reason for your mission. I'll be in touch.
My lord, I've prepared what you need for your assault on the satellite control tower. In order to destroy the mainframe, you'll mount this charge to the base and activate it. Then contact me and I'll be able to detonate.
This place used to rival Coruscant? Blasted Sith must have laid down some serious ordnance.
Well, well. General Garza graces us with her finest. At ease. I'm Colonel Gaff. These are my senior officers. Your CO sent orders to do whatever is necessary to support your mission. Of course, she didn't see fit to tell me what that mission is. You care to enlighten me?
I can't discuss the details.
Typical. Forget the reconstruction of Taris. I gotta shift everything around and help with some top-secret mission nonsense. Whatever Garza has you looking for, you won't find it on Taris. Nothing unusual has happened since I took command.
Patrol teams 3, 5, and 8. All lost, or without explanation.
Sergeant Dorn, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the Lieutenant, per General Garza's instructions. Are you ordering me to violate Code 73B and ignore the General's directive, Colonel?
Always got a regulation to quote, don't you, Sergeant Dorn?
I came here for intel, not arguments, people.
I already told you, Lieutenant. There's nothing to find here. Taris is dangerous. Casualties are common on patrol teams. It's unfortunate, but not unusual, no matter what Sergeant Dorn says. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a planet to run. Carry on with your secret mission. Just don't muck up anything important.
Apologies for the Colonel, Lieutenant. Not all men are meant to lead.
Colonel Gaff is disobeying a direct order.
I can assure you it's not the first time he's done so. I'm Ilara Dorn, sir. Sergeant, First Class, Commander of Search and Rescue Squad 204. We have 3 full squads, all MIA on patrols. The situation is critical.
Do you have any idea what happened to these men?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. Casualties are common on swamp patrols. Rakghoul attacks account for the majority, approximately 87%. However, SAR sweeps discovered no evidence of Rakghoul activity in these instances. Someone else attacked those teams. If you're looking for unusual activity, then this is it, sir.
I appreciate your help, Sergeant.
I included the last known coordinates for the MIA patrols in my official incident report, Lieutenant. I'll load it into your datapad for your review. Taris falls under Unexplored, Unsecured Territory Protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
What do you mean? What's unusual about her accent?
The only people I've heard talk like that were Imperials. The Republic must have freed her homeworld in the war. Growing up, Imp would explain a lot about her personality.
I'd say the Republic could use more officers like Dorn.
And I'd say there's a better use for a soldier's time than memorizing every single regulation in the books. Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
Oh, Destris, dear brutish Destris. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. I appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Charis en Barks Prize war Peren Swase Ikbus Karadida.
Easy, Destris. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Zash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
I'm not going to help you. You're going to help me.
Of course that's what he meant, my lord.
Yeah, sure, either way. So long as Palladius is made to swallow dirt. Said we'd make a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get them the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Kraits, named after the Krayt dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
Why should I be content to emulate Palladius?
You're right, my lord. There are cleverer ways to steal Palladius's power. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddah's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
What exactly does this entail?
The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
I think I'll stick with the killing.
The direct approach. I like it. The Krait's lair is in the Corellian sector. Crush their leader, and the masses will take notice.
Rubbing elbows with the enemy and playing nice doesn't sit right with me. We should be kicking the Empire's tail off the promenade.
The situation is like navigating an asteroid field.
저볼거만 기사 저번 이 가구원차 잘 그렇게 기사.
My lord, word of your talent precedes you. I'm honored. You're well aware of the situation, I'm sure. The government in exile, the resistance, cowards. If my lord is willing, we're going to bury them in their little hidey holes.
What's war without a little bloodshed?
I like how you think. The old government's sending generators to the resistance, powering their artillery. The resistance has given pardons to Balmora's worst killers in exchange for a little guard duty. Phase 1 of Operation Breaking Point is to destroy those generators and put those killers to sleep. You in?
I signed up to serve the Empire, and I intend to do it.
From the looks of you, I'd say you mean it. The generators are in the Nibre warehouse. If you can blow them to pieces, you'll show the Balmoran resistance it takes more than cold-blooded killers to stop the Empire.
Those are power converters, Lieutenant. Old ones. Any theories on how they got to that location?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Power converters come from ignition systems, engine parts. It takes work to remove them. Someone dropped these converters. Either the patrol or their attackers. We need more information to determine which.
I'll search the next coordinates immediately.
I'll remain in contact, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
I've been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Thank you, my lord. But it looks like the resistance isn't done yet.
You'd think the Empire would have an easier time with a ragtag bunch of resistance fighters.
Used to be we kept the resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmoran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Markaran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the resistance back in their place.
I hear your exploits with Lieutenant Davril went well. I hope you didn't find him crass, my lord. Unlike my esteemed colleague, I do not base my mission's success on the decibel level of the explosions. Breaking the spirits of a resistance movement is like cooking a fine meal.
So, what are the ingredients for this mission?
The resistance has the people's backing. We must crush the spirits of the people to crush the resistance. No doubt Lieutenant Davril told you that they've brought in cyborg mercenaries from off-world, using an experimental new drop technology to land them on the planet. These cyborgs are killing our soldiers left and right.
They have not met the fury of the Sith.
Delightful. I believe we can catch them by surprise at this location. But here's the key. I want to send the Balmoran people a clear message. We collect the technology the cyborgs use to drop onto Balmora and use it against them. Kill the cyborgs, collect the technology. What do you think?
You have a devious mind.
Bring me the cyborg technology, and I think the Balmoran people will get our message loud and clear.
More power converters. According to the logs, this patrol followed an entirely different route. Either both patrols recovered the same engine parts from separate locations, or the converters were dropped in both areas by one group, the attackers.
I think we're on the right track, Sergeant.
A specialist MO7 science officer could examine the converters to determine their source. We have such an officer on staff. I will notify him while you search the last coordinates.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Very well, Lieutenant. I'll proceed to Science Division at once. Good luck, Lieutenant.
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destris earlier. He was out of line.
At least one of you knows her place.
I have a great deal of respect for you. I just wanted you to know that. You radiate a power that Palladius, for all his ranting and demanding, never did.
Do you find that power attractive?
I don't know. It's terrifying. Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius' cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
This wouldn't be a ploy to outplay Destris for my favor.
I'm sorry. I thought the Sith smiled on ambition, but in any case, I was only trying to help. The place is called the Strel House, for a charity worker named Dakin Strel. The people look to him as a leader.
He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
If it gets me away from this place, fine.
Keep one hand on your credits and the other on your blaster. This place looks rough.
Hold you Hutt-slaying scum! The cartel demands that you pay for your crimes. Listen to the Wookiee boast of his murders. This monster has slaughtered entire Hutt clans, but his reign of terror ends. Before he dies, he will know true fear. We Kaleesh warriors swear it by our blood.
That Wookiee's not afraid of you, pal.
Keep back, you idiot! That beast will tear your head off, just like he did to Nordro the Fearless. His claws are stained with the entrails of many. His bloodlust can't be satisfied. Warriors! Kill these scum!
Whoa, Captain. Don't get so close. Thing's liable to tear your arms off and beat you to death with them.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Tell that to the reptiles littering the floor.
Are you gonna be alright?
Kapatonga, Chisa Bijawongi Chikatoko. Nabiska Kolbalia Biti Bodenya.
What do you mean? Drama?
Kulira do kanki konka strong chidoba. Chiliska chanagawani chikospa inikudade. Kipuna maletota odmishka kabano tasema.
Why didn't you try to stop me?
Chiliska tananga ime chaicho ronchika. Va fopaji wanda humpa mulira pampawula. Ji Dokaliska Chanada Bompa Kombagni.
You made a deal, Druga.
Gadwachine Boiga Anulio Opa Kisa Spita Perupa Kulira do Kanki Konka Strong Jidoba Bomicha Kulka Dumaji Taus Azalas Uval.
How can you shoot me down when I'm being this charming?
Nabiska Kolbalia Biti Bodenya Putula Musta Wogranik Tampio Dupushi Wampa.
We overheard your conversation with the Great Feast Master. Druga can be most fickle. You have our deepest sympathies, we are sure.
Is there anything we can do about it?
If you seek to conclude your business with Druga, use his fickle nature to your advantage. Returning Druga's female beast would rekindle his interest in yours.
You sure about that?
We have observed the Great Feast Master in past dealings. Druga's always most captivated by what is easily at hand. Look here. This holo recording was left by the thieves who stole Druga's female Shanjaru. It may interest you.
When will the Hutts learn that nature's creatures are not for their sick entertainment? So long as innocent beasts are victimized by the decadent slave masters of Nar Shaddaa, we will fight freedom for all life.
The woman continues like this for another 3 hours. We use her recording to lull ourselves to sleep at night.
That's who stole Druga's beast?
The woman is a wealthy Republic senator's daughter. She violently opposes all who abuse wild creatures. She spends her father's wealth hiring mercenaries to fight her war. They maintain a base nearby.
Sounds like I should give these mercenaries a visit.
Should you discover any useful leads, bring them to us. We will happily assist your search.
Kapatonga, Chisa Bijawongi Chikatoko.
We will dock this pleasure barge at these coordinates. Find us there. Good hunting.
Lord, I mark your progress and see that the charge is armed. I will detonate once you are a safe distance. But first, I have Darth Barris on holo for you. I will retreat and leave the line secure for the two of you.
Apprentice, we have one more potentially compromising thing to take care of before you can confront my spy, Commander Rylon. It involves invading a Republic keep to find a lowly ensign named Dermot. He is Rylon's son, and the commander confided his true identity to him. Ensign Dermot must be silenced permanently.
Rylon was foolish to tell his son.
The one chink in his otherwise flawless armor. I'll signal Quinn to give you the details. Be swift.
My lord, Ensign Dermot is being detained in the brig of the Republic Crater Outpost. Awaiting questioning by the mysterious agent Barris has me tracking. I will alert you if the investigator appears to be heading there. I assume you wish to get to Dermot before she does.
You assume correctly, Lieutenant.
Then I won't delay you any longer. Good luck on your mission, my lord. I'll be here if you need anything.
Word has it, the former Balmoran Minister of Defense, Vol Argon, got wind of your work destroying the generators at Nibre Warehouse. He's furious. I can't wait to hear his reaction when we attack him with his own cyborg's gear. Perfect.
Maybe he'll decide to come here and fight so I can kill him.
We'll do our utmost to provoke him. To reach the Resistance's main base, we need to push through the Gorinth Wilds. But the Resistance have repelled all Imperial offensives with guerrilla attacks from this untamed and largely uncharted area. A Balmoran defector, Cavil Aren, has agreed to help us clear out the wilds and carve a path to the Resistance's base. He's at the Gorinth Imperial outpost.
Lieutenant, status report. Are you injured?
Everything is fully operational.
Good. There's much to do. Your attackers were scavengers. Threat assessment reports classify them as a non-combatant group. That classification is clearly inaccurate. I'll notify command.
I need to know where these scavengers come from, their numbers, and armaments.
Unknown, sir. Local intelligence felt they weren't worthy of the investigation. Armed hostility against Republic personnel clearly justifies an immediate armed response, Lieutenant. It's your call.
Do we have any leads on the scavengers' HQ?
Orbital scan has just managed to pinpoint the location of the scavengers' compound. I'll scramble up my team and prep them immediately. We'll effect entry to the compound once you've created an opening.
For the Republic.
Good luck, Lieutenant. Sergeant Dawn out.
Unaguta tan kwikuta. Pikwiktuk bamba? If you mean the future leader of Lord Palladius's cult, then yes. Orawe nimnik na naka sanunire. Fabona guta. Nisupo gobae. Pompo gek dusta padawanga. Sapting wampa. La hagwa kilia jakoska. Paguta palko. I'll send your body back to your master in pieces. Tuta oya. Nucha. Que chawa joto do deadbita. Yobana pihota mindia.
That was Garnock. You defeated Palladius's right-hand man. You should hear it. They're calling you the Great Dragon after how you did in Sabin. Look what I found outside.
My lord, for getting Sabin off our backs and the crates off our streets, we humbly present you with this gift.
Already the masses bow to me.
We are honored to serve you, my lord.
Isn't this great? Kill one gang leader and already you got Palladius scared and people lining up with presents.
No time for celebrating, Destris. Palladius isn't resting. He's called a big meeting at Meridian Hall. If we don't act, he'll rally his cult and stop our whole operation dead.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to present the virtues of my own cult.
With all respect, these are Palladius's most faithful we're talking about. We need to show that you have more power in your little finger than Palladius has in his... Wait, I've got it! It's a crazy idea, but what if you showed that you could move the city itself, make a groundquake?
I walk into Palladius's speech and make the very ground shake. I like it.
What have you been putting in your soup, Riley? Nobody can just make this moon shake.
Stick with me here. You know the gas pipes that run under Meridian Hall? Well, what if we blow up those pipes?
Whoa, you got brains, girl. I know just the guy to set it up. Gord Maydell in the Nar Shaddaa Works Administration. Takes bribes on the side. He'll rig you something up, no problem.
Your life depends on this, Destris.
Gord works at the NSWA office in the Duros sector, not far from Meridian Hall where Palladius is holding his big broadcast. You just tell him old Destris sent you.
It's nice to find a little oasis in the middle of all this crazy.
My lord, my respects. How do you like Balmora so far? Doesn't seem like much, does it?
I thought this was an Imperial operation.
I thought the lieutenant would have told you. I'm Balmoran, but I'm also a businessman. Patriotism is bad for business. So is death, but only to a point. Resistance stealth troops have been infiltrating Imperial outposts, making quick strikes and leaving no trace. The Empire says they can't be beaten. I say they can.
What did you have in mind?
You don't see them until they kill you. That's what they say. But I built the tech they use to keep hidden. Their camp's in the Gorinth Wilds, but they've surrounded it with mines to keep strangers out. Watch your step, and you can use this device to detect the stealth fighters. They're fast, though. If I may offer advice, strike quick and hard.
Wonder if you'll ever get this place back to how it was.
You're from the Republic! Watch out! There's a huge alien guarding us, and... Ah! There it is! Run for it!
Folks are having all sorts of tech implanted in them here. Call me crazy, but I like to put my blaster down once in a while.
You killed those men! What kind of monster are you?
Hey, those mercenaries shot at me first.
Sure, justify your slaughter. That's what your type always does. The Shanjaru is gone, and I'll never tell you where Momi took it. I'm ready to die for my cause. Are you?
This has all been a huge misunderstanding. I'm trying to help you.
Oh, no. Momi must have hired you to transport the Shanjaru off Nar Shaddaa. I'm so sorry about those mercenaries. You came to the wrong place. You're supposed to go to Lajes. This datapad explains everything. Take this too. It's the least I can do after all this. I can't stay here.
Unbelievable. One of these days you have to teach me how you do that.
Tirka, I'm leaving you in charge until I return. Leger says there's a way to smuggle the Shanjaru off-world. We'll return the poor creature to the wild where it belongs, and show those scum they can't exploit nature on our watch. I'll return from Leger's as soon as I can. Freedom for all life!
At least we got a name. Maybe that blue-headed fella at Druga's knows this Laje.
Come on, let's head back to Druga's.
Lead on.
Pipe down, Dermat. There's something going on outside. Trying to listen.
Oh, come on, Six, throw me a bone. Who's this agent that's coming to interrogate me? At least answer me that, will ya? Fine, stay clamped. I don't care who it is, I ain't talking. Nobody's gonna get nothing out of me. Nothing!
What?
All right, I ain't proud. I give. My dad's an Imperial agent.
What did you say? Your dad is a what?
Yes. Please repeat that, Junior.
Oh no.
This is a restricted area. What are you doing here? Who are you?
It's not a who. It's a what. It's a Sith.
That's right. I'm Sith.
Like I couldn't tell you a bad news the moment I saw you. Take a look behind yourself, Sith. That's what 2 squads of the Republic's finest looks like.
You're about to see what 2 squads of the Republic's deadest look like.
Come on, man. Let's send this Sith home in a body bag.
Zix! Come on, talk to me, Zix. Get up, man.
Look at me, Ensign Dermat.
But if I don't look, then... Maybe you're not really here, and... Oh, blast, I looked! Please, I know why you're here. The Republic's investigating my dad, and an agent's coming to put the screws to me. But I won't break. I promise. Let me live. My dad's secret is safe with me. I'm a rock.
You'd crack the minute someone looked at you funny. I just heard you confess to Six.
Yeah, but he's dead now, so he can't tell anyone. My father's done so much for the Empire. Look, maybe the apple fell off the tree. Kind of far from the tree, but it's still... Look, the apple's still... Look, I'm not exactly sure where I was going with that, but please don't kill me.
I'm willing to consider alternatives. Is there another solution?
Hold on. Yeah. I just had a thought pop into my head. Just quick, before it pops out. My assignment here was in the medical lab. Moving supplies and making deliveries. And the docs there were working on something really cool. It was a drug that was supposed to create temporary amnesia, but it wiped the mind totally clean. The test subjects didn't even know their own names.
So you want me to wipe your mind?
Wow. You Force users really can read thoughts. Yeah. You could break into the lab and bring back the drug. I'll overdose and not know nothing no more. That way my dad's secret identity's safe.
You'll be getting a second chance at life.
I've never had a second chance before. The med lab's in the back building. The head doc kept a small supply of the drug in his footlocker. I'll wait right here. Like I have a choice. Who are you? You took that thing down easy.
What's your status? Any injuries?
We're pretty banged up, sir, but we'll live. We were running our patrol route when these damn scavengers jumped us. I'm Ensign Tane, sir. I think it's a good thing you found us. The scavengers were gonna ship us off to some guy named Needles as soon as we healed up.
Needles? As in Ryler Dorn, the Havoc Squad medic?
I really don't know. Needles is all they ever called the guy. Figured it must be a code name, right?
Are you absolutely sure they said Needles?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. And I heard that...
Here they are. Cav, Goran, cover the exit. Vise, Marco, Tabba, see to these men's wounds.
Oh, great. Sergeant Dorn's here to make sure we get stomped according to regulation.
Report, Ensign. Did you learn anything about the enemy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant, sir. As I was just telling the lieutenant here, we were captured for some guy named Needles. And get this, there are Imperials here, on Terrace. They're working with this Needles guy in a hidden base out in the swamps.
Sounds like you overheard quite a bit.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. The scavengers were pretty sloppy about talking in front of us. So, are you excited, Dorn? You finally have the chance to correct your old buddy's paperwork again.
That attitude's getting you nowhere fast.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir.
Many of the local troops feel that my adherence to regulations is a result of my upbringing, Lieutenant. I was born Imperial. However, after 2 years' service in the Imperial military, I defected. Given my extensive knowledge and training, I was awarded this position under Service Code 37R.
You made the right decision.
We can discuss non-mission critical issues later. My team and I will get these men back to base, Lieutenant. You proceed with your mission against Needles and his Imperial installation.
I have the lead I was after. Time to act on it.
I'm glad I could help point you in the right direction, sir. Good luck.
See, and there was a time I almost shot myself in the foot. That was a close one. What else? Oh, you're back. I was just recalling my life. Trying to remember the highlights since I'm about to have my memory wiped clean. I think I'm done. Not much to reflect on. So, did you get the drug? I'm actually looking forward to starting over.
Try not to screw up your new life.
At least if I do. Hopefully it'll be in new and more exciting ways. Here goes nothing, I guess. Who are you?
Who I am is inconsequential. Who are you?
I have no idea who I am. Do you know? Can you tell me?
Don't let anyone tell you who you are. Goodbye.
Oh, so long then. Thanks for stopping by.
Wow. Too bad there isn't more of that drug. I got a few memories I could let go of.
Should I take that personally, Vet?
Of course not. I'll never be able to forget you. Let's move on, shall we?